Dave, you're big in here this morning. I mean, just it's like almost 35, 40 over.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're doing real good in here. To everybody at a distance, John's not quite up to snuff yet. Just two.
John, just, a few Viagra, you'll be all right.
Yeah, Scott was real strong.
I guess the eclipse actually happens tonight, starting at 9:30 Central Time, and the full moon's tomorrow night. But yeah, the eclipse is tonight.
Yep.
Tonight, 9:30, huh?
Yeah.
I have to look out there and see if there's no clouds. We can take a look.
My guess is you won't be standing out there too long.
It's going to get colder than hell, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's super clear out there right now.
It's super...
You're weak, T-Bill.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of signals and stuff, even the local stuff, I mean, Scott and I are, lately, of the last few mornings I've heard him in there, our path has been much better than it used to be.
It's clean living.
What's the matter, Bill? Did your wife take your amplifier away from you yesterday and beat you over the head with it? I'll get even with him. Make me shovel that driveway. And then come in and expect me to cook breakfast for him.
Did someone was in there?
Yeah, he's talking to him.
Oh, I can barely hear him.
Holy cow!
Yeah, I mean he's. I think his wife took his amp from him. She must be selling it. I think she's starting to sell off all of his stuff.
Yep.
You're coming up a little, John, but I would think, don't hear anything from Bill.
Well, I didn't either.
Oh, he's in there. Scott, you hearing him?
2 degrees here.
Yeah, he's in there. Scott, are you hearing Bill?
Yeah, I can make him out just fine. Try it again, Bill. Let me see where you are on the meter. Yeah, I got you about 5 over.
Yeah, he's like S9, maybe 10 over here with me. Yeah, it's all a number. What the hell?
My noise is 8.5. Bill was 9.
Yeah, that's about what my noise level's at as well.
I think Scott was close to 40 on that last one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
John's in here pretty good this morning.
Well, he's far enough for you, yeah.
Well, I'm going to get out of here, gentlemen. Have a great day. Band should be getting good now that I'm leaving, so have a good morning. K9BXI.
That's something I said.
Yeah, I'm doing.
That's Luengo, Ricardo.
Oh, Scott, we got our QLX system. I installed that last week, and now I'm doing a bunch of tweaking because I took the opportunity when we added a couple channels, so I took the opportunity to rearrange everything on the board, so everything's in a different place, and new microphones on the the body packs, so I'm doing a little EQing today in church. That's my day today.
Oh, cool. Yeah, our church is canceled this morning, but I'll tell you what, we put in the ULX, which is basically, QLX is Big Brother, same kind of technology. I couldn't believe how much better the belt packs were. Just the clarity with the same headsets. It made a huge difference. I was stunned.
Yeah, we started using them last weekend, and it especially the handhelds that I emailed you about that. and we went ahead and went with the better one. And oh my gosh, it's dramatic how much better it is.
Yeah, it's good stuff, man. We'll enjoy.
All right, see you guys.
See you, Rich.
Have fun, Rich. See ya.
Hasta luego, Ricardo.
Hey, Rich, while you're out there, send me the model number of those access points, so if you can, and I'll look them up for you.
I'll do that.
In 9 degrees here, it's dropping still.
Well, I don't think it's going to get any warmer for you today.
What is it in Morelia, Dave?
I double with you, John. He may not have heard you.
What'd you say?
Didn't. I was just curious what the temperatures were in Morelia right now. Probably 50.
I can take a look, but I'm guessing it's probably in the upper 40s or something. Let me take a look. Whatever it is, it's got to be better.
So no church today, huh, Scott?
No, they canceled it last night.
You know, in the 25 years I went to my church, I think I only remember one Sunday that was closed due to weather. Otherwise, people always seem to make it.
Yeah, they seem to cancel maybe once a year. Although this is 2 Sundays in a row we've had canceled.
Man, you sound fantastic, Scott.
I know, right?
The bad thing is this is streaming out on YouTube, too. I'll put a disclaimer in there for you.
You sound like a southerner saying one too many bluegrass songs.
Yeah, that high tenor part's killing me.
47 is the low at the moment there, and south of the border.
Yeah, you know what, Scott? It really sounds like you've been standing out in the cold too long with, let's just put it this way: you're probably getting the blue ball syndrome.
Yeah, I've been fighting this thing for weeks. I've been sick off and on since December 18th. This is really getting me frustrated.
You know, Scott, I had that for a month.
It's making me crazy.
At the end of November, I just could not shake it. Ended up on antibiotics, which did whatsoever.
Nah, that's just one of those things that it just seems like it's got to run its course. That stuff's been going around all over up here.
Yeah, well, obviously it was a virus, and antibiotics are worthless against viruses, so yeah, it just had to run its course. And
yeah, there's 3 or 5 of us in the house are sick. It's like, this is, not fun.
And I don't know if you heard or not, Rick, but I was just feeling good after that, and then I had an accident here in my office, and tripped and fell on the corner of my printer desk, and it punctured my ribs.
Oh no, John, I didn't hear about that at all, man. Jeez. Are you recovering all right now?
Well, hopefully I can get back to my normal self and sound more like...
Oh, yeah.
N8 SDR.
ACD.
W9AD.
How'd that go, Scott?
I know, call can't even get that out. AC8DE.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's not this.
Well, I'm 30 seconds away from what I hope is bliss there, Rick.
What are you doing?
I'm attempting another image backup on this machine. It's almost done, and I'm hoping I'm not going to see that big red warning sign. I'm hoping it's going to say completed successfully.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe you better not transmit just to avoid any RF getting into it.
Yeah, I've thought of that. Well, it's giving me the report. It's raising the ESS.
Yeah, looks like I'm going to be calling the plowman looking out the window.
Image completed successfully.
All right, good job.
Got it, man. Got it.
There you go.
All right. That
How
last
many
check disc
runs of
must be
check
done.
disc did it take?
What's that?
How many runs of check disc to clean it up did it take before you could get that successfully?
3.
That's a lot.
Yeah, this hard drive's in bad shape, but man, it held on this time, so I'm happy. Now I can throw this piece of junk away and get a new one.
Hey, John, have you ever tried this? I've done this successfully a number of times, where not so much when you try to make an image file because it'll take it too long to do it, and it'll heat up and run this what I'm about to tell you off, but for data. You know, trying to snag individual pieces of data off of a drive. You ever stuck one of those in a freezer?
Yes, I have, as a matter of fact, and I revived one by doing that.
Oh yeah, I've gotten one enough to work enough to get everything off of it, and it's handy.
Yep. Absolutely. You don't want to get them too cold.
Nah, just cold enough. You know, the other thing I found is when you get one of them and you start and hear it, you can almost tell when it's going to start getting to that point where it's going to start giving you the read errors. If you take a can of, a regular can of air and you turn it upside down and spray the front of the drive, I've done that several times as well while the drive's running, and blasted it with that cold air that comes out of there and kept it running.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea because that air gets pretty frosty.
Yeah, you just don't want to spray it on the controller board.
Right.
And speaking of technical things, have you done any long distance runs of video and conversion of HDMI?
You mean over a network cable?
Yeah.
I helped somebody do that, but the longest run we made was like 300 feet, and it worked really well.
Okay. Yeah, I was helping a guy out yesterday, and he's got some long HDMI cables with a balancer in them, and did fine at 75 feet with those. But the 100-foot cable, I think his issue is running up around a lot of electrical stuff, so you've got degrading HDMI and a lot of electrical noise, and you get to the final projector, and it's like, it'll work, and then it goes away, and then it comes back, so, kind of glitches in and out. So I think you need to probably put a HDMI over Cat 5 boxes on both ends to get rid of it, but just wanted to see if you'd all mess with it.
A shorted version of that cable would help too.
Oh, I'm sure that cable's shielded, but it's huge, this 100-footer with a balancer on it, but it's, I think it's just degrading inside the cable.
The thing is, when you get to those really long HDMI cables like that anyways, you're better off if, anything over 75 foot, I would almost always recommend going to the Ethernet conversion. It just seems like you have a lot less issues.
Yeah, the other thing is those long cables, those long HDMI cables are expensive. It's a $150 cable. I'm like, dude, the HDMI boxes are only like $50 a pair, so it's cheaper to even do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
right. Just wanted to get your opinion. That's what I'll tell them what they need to do.
Yeah, and your little place down the road there's got everything you need.
Yeah, they got all that crap.
I haven't been up there in a while. I'll have to pop up there one day. I'll let you know what weekend I make it up that way, and if you're around, maybe we'll go up and grab some lunch or something.
Yeah, it sounds good, man. Sweet, I'm over this crap.
Yeah, I'm not getting anywhere near you right now.
And I think I'm past that point where, I'm contagious. It's just it won't leave my chest. But still, here on the side of caution.
I mean, I already have enough audio problems. I don't need to sound any worse.
You know, Scott, when I had that bug for a month, I think I went through about 3 bags of the Ricola cough drops.
He went through 3 bags of Ricola cough drops and 7 bottles of bourbon.
I went through almost an entire large bottle of Sapphire gin.
Holy mackerel.
I know.
Sapphire gin, huh? Is that a top shelf gin?
Oh, it's pretty decent. It's not too expensive.
So you're a gin guy, huh?
Yeah, I like gin. I like rum. Some whiskeys, not a lot of them. Yeah, I like it all.
Have you ever made martinis with that Sapphire gin?
Oh yeah. Yeah, my favorite gin's Hendrix, but the Sapphire is a lot better price point than Hendrix.
You guys doubled.
So do you prefer gin or vodka in martinis there, Scott?
Oh, gin.
Yeah, I'm the same way. That's got to be top shelf.
And Sapphire is pretty good. It's Bombay's. Its brand's Bombay Sapphire.
I'll try that. I'm going to write that down.
It's real popular. It's pretty good. I don't like Tanqueray. I think that's like Jack Daniels. It's all marketing. I will never understand people's love affair with Jack Daniels.
That Drake Hotel in Chicago supposedly makes the most famous martinis in the world.
Well, what can be so special? I mean, a martini is like, gotta be about the simplest drink ever.
Well, they claim they're the best. Of course, they use nothing but top shelf liquors. But to watch them make it behind the bar is actually just as entertaining as drinking it.
It's all about the experience, I see.
Evidently, yeah. But I guess they're well grown. I don't know if they're that much better, but I'll tell you one thing. The two that I had there were the smoothest martinis I've ever had. They didn't bite or kick you like the bottom do.
Yes, so I make them here. I mean, it's pretty simple. It's like a 6-to-1 ratio with the vermouth. And, as long as you pre-chill your glass and waste the ice, it's good stuff. I don't mind them dirty. It's gotta be just slightly dirty, though. It can be way overdone.
Yeah, it doesn't take much orange juice.
Yeah, I hesitate to order one dirty and when I'm out, because it seems like most bartenders, it's like, let's just pour in 2 ounces of olive juice.
Oh, that's too much.
It's supposed to splash it.
Right, exactly. You just want a hint of it.
Right. Also, another thing I don't like is they use those jumbo olives. It's like, okay, that's too much olive, guys. That's been the trend. The blue cheese olive, no thank you.
Do you consume your olives right away, Scott, or do you wait till that?
No, I let it kind of sit in there a while, get it towards the end.
Has to steep.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm the same way. I look forward to that olive at the very end. It's got all that nice juice in it.
Yep, that's the way to do it.
All right, enough martinis.
have to make one tonight. I haven't made a martini here at home in a while. Maybe just do the gin rocks or a gin with a little tonic. Yeah, that's good.
I sit out on the picnic table and sip one, and if I'm still doing okay after one, I'll do two. But after that, I'm worthless.
Yeah, it's just straight up alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, when you get to 3, you come down your steps, land on your printer, and bust your ribs.
You know, I was about as straight as you could be that day there, Rick. I hadn't consumed any alcohol at all. It was just one of those freaky things, you know. My foot got caught in the curtain, and down I went. And it happened so fast, I didn't have time to react.
Man, that's I'm glad you didn't hurt yourself too bad, man.
I tell you, it could have been worse. I could have punctured a lung or something.
Yeah, it could have bounced your head off the top of that printer too.
Well, there you go. Might have knocked some sense into me, though.
How's the printer?
I didn't touch the printer. I just managed to hit the corner of the desk itself.
Oh, okay.
And it's a sharp corner. There's no rounded edges on this thing. It is sharp, and it's low to the ground, so there was a lot of momentum going into that corner.
Lucky you didn't catch your eye or something on it, too. Or even worse, your temple.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're all right.
Yeah, I'm healing up pretty good. No problem. I can at least cough now without having to hold my ribs in.
Well, that'll teach you to go a day without having a drink.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I'm excited. A new review by Ozzy Man just popped up on YouTube. And he's reviewing the Gillette ad. That's going to be great.
I was thinking of you the other day, Scott, when I heard some classic AC/DC.
Cool. What'd you hear?
What's the name of the thing? It was their first hit out on the radio from their first album.
Long Way to the Top.
No.
All Night Long?
That might have, yeah, that was it.
No, that's not first album. That's far from it. That's not Bon Scott.
No, it wasn't that. After I thought about it, Rick, it was something else.
Dirty Deeds?
That's actually their first album, but it wasn't released in the United States until the fourth album.
Right.
That TNT is on High Voltage, I believe.
Yeah, that's the, third or fourth album?
High Voltage was the second album released in the United States.
Okay, that's what I heard.
Yes, yeah, it's got, let's see, Bad Boy Boogie and TNT and the Jack on it.
You know, that guitar player had such a nice raw sound on that guitar. I mean, the guy, I just love his style.
Yeah, about it when it came out is, things were getting pretty produced at that point. We're kind of getting away from the dirt and the grit. And then they came on the scene with their sound, which is very simple, but it was like recordings weren't perfect. It had that grit and edge, nastiness to it. And it's like, yeah, this is what it was about.
Speaking of which, John, did you ever check out any of those videos of the YouTube guy I sent you, that Leo Maccheroni?
I'm sure I watched them, but you'll have to remind me what they were.
That's the guy that he does all the drums, the bass, the vocals, and he's got his own recording studio. He does all the recording of everything is done by him, and he does the remakes of songs and makes them into metal songs.
Oh, yeah.
That guy's pretty talented.
Yep. Yeah, you got me into some Buckethead there for a while, too.
Oh, yeah, good old Buckethead.
Yeah, he's an interesting dude.
He's, yeah.
I did some reading up on him, and he's an interesting guy. Darn good.
Oh yeah, he's very talented.
You know that group Small Town Titans that did that, You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch, I shared with you? They just did a new one and put it up on YouTube of Folsom Prison Blues. Pretty good.
Yeah, Leo's got a thing of that Folsom Prism that's really good. Oh, hey, John, Ace of Spades by Motorhead. Look up the Leo Maturani cover of that. He sounds dead on him, man. It's unbelievable.
I gotta hear this. Who are you guys talking about? What was this group with liked?
It's a single guy, Scott. Is Leo Maturoni. Hold on a second. I'll have to tell you how to spell his last name. Hold on.
I see Leo Martorello.
Is it a younger looking Swedish guy? It's got a kind of a beard on him.
I'm just looking at names.
Yeah, that sounds like it's the right spelling.
The Macellero or the Machiarelli?
The IOLI on the end.
Hey, I'm hearing the wife start to move out there. I'm going to get out of here. W9AD. Maybe catch y'all later.
See you later, Dave.
See you, Dave. Well, this is not a blonde guy.
No, he's not blonde.
Will do.
He's got the AC Thunderstruck. Eye of the Tiger.
Yeah, he's got a whole bunch of covers. But yeah, he's not a blonde guy, but he's got a boatload of covers that he's done, and some of them the woman that's in there playing bass, that's actually his wife.
Yeah, there's a woman here. They did the Sultans of Swing in metal. That'll be interesting.
Oh, dude, listen to that. That's unbelievable. It's great. It's fantastic. That was the first one I sent John. That is really, really good. And the video is really good, too. He does some really good stuff in his videos.
All right, I'll have to subscribe to this guy. But as I was saying earlier, have you ever watched any of Ozzy Man? Ozzy?
On the reviews?
Yeah.
I haven't watched any of those in a long time.
Okay, yeah. Just curious if you ever seen him, because he just did a review of that Gillette ad. It should be priceless.
I'm pulling it up now.
How you going, you big bloody beautiful bastards? Here's me face. So the company Gillette that makes razor blades and shit have produced a video, and they've uploaded that video to the web for people to give feedback on. So I thought I'd get involved and give some feedback on the video ad film, on the whatever it's called. Yeah, so let's take a look at it. It seems like it's quite controversial. It's about masculinity, or toxic masculinity, and it's about gender and shit like that, which, let's not lie, usually on the internet conversations about femininity, masculinity, gender, they're usually very level-headed conversations, like immigration and vaccine. I'm being sarcastic. Let's have a look. Okay, here we go.
Bullying.
The Me Too movement against sexual
Toxic
harassment.
masculinity.
Is this the best a man can get?
First impressions, I mean, that opening 10 seconds there, it's pretty cinematic, which I don't mind. I don't mind when advertisers try to make something that's more than just a really kind of corporate-y, clean-looking ad. You know, like Dove. Dove did that video with the Sheilas looking at the sketches of themselves
You must be deep
a while
into the
ago. That
Ozzy
was
Man
nice.
review.
I think Volkswagen
Yeah,
has
I'm
done a
watching
few
it.
that are quite long. There was the kid who was like Darth Vader in the Volkswagen ad. But Volkswagen have been...
What was that, John? You kind of took a dive on me. Send it to the N8SDR at N8SDR.com.
Okay.
You watching the Sultans thing there, Scott?
I haven't watched Sultans of Swing. I was watching Ozzy Man.
Oh, okay.
Cunts in recent times, cheating on the emissions tests and shit like that. Anyway, let's not go down that rabbit hole.
It's a lot
Let's
different
get
than his
going.
other ones.
Give him a fair go. Give him a fair go.
Is it? We can't hide from it. It's been going on far too long.
Yeah, I'll come back to that later. Doesn't appear to be as funny as his number
We can't
ones.
laugh it off.
Yeah, this isn't like the other ones. At least so far that I'm into it, it's not. I'm about a little over 2.5 minutes into it because I stopped it when John was in there, but it's not nearly as funny as some of the other ones are.
Oh, this is kind of weird. He's got some weird contact sound at the beginning of this Sultans of Swing.
I sent you guys a link to a cover that this Swedish guy does.
All right, I'm checking my email.
This guy is unbelievably good. He's trying to emulate one of the best guitarists ever, and he's got a looks like a 12-string electric guitar.
I'm pulling it up now.
Yeah, all right, I got it up too. What kind of a guitar is that?
Oh, there's a few of those around.
Is it like a bass with a is glued to a regular guitar?
He doesn't use it much.
No, it's actually made that way. There's a few companies that are making those. John, there's actually one of those I've seen. I'll have to find it. There's a 24-string version of that.
Yeah, these days you can have anything made custom.
Oh, you're a jazz fan.
Yeah, that's definitely some hardcore fusion right there.
I never got into that. I can't tap my foot to it. He's impressive, though. Holy cow.
Yeah, he knows his fretboard, doesn't
Are his fingers attached to his hand?
Yeah. Hey, John, you know the newer versions of this guitar have the fretboard, the actual frets are tilted at an angle because they found out that you can play much faster and the tone on them is much cleaner.
Did you say the fretboard is attached at an angle?
The frets are they're not straight across. They got a slight angle to them.
Most are curved, but it's actually attached at a slight angle.
Well, I mean, instead of being straight across, they're actually tilted.
Yeah, they're not perfectly perpendicular to the neck is what he's saying.
Yeah, the lower E is and running up, it goes like at an upward angle on the frets.
Oh, like the nut is raised on the bass side a little bit?
No, it's not the nut.
It's the angle of the frets, the wire frets that go across the neck, Scott. They're not perpendicular to the neck. They're at a slight angle.
Oh, okay, I got it. So the frets themselves are sort of ramping up away from the fretboard a little bit.
No, they're not ramping up. They're at an angle. You're thinking of the wrong dimension.
Oh, so if you looked at it, it would look like they're slightly skewed looking down on it.
That's correct, right. And there's even instruments that are fret corrected for intonation, and those things wiggle around all over the place. I mean, they're not in a straight line.
Right.
Yeah, sounds like an expensive build.
I'll tell you, they sound amazing because they're intonationally perfect.
Yeah, they've been finding that stuff out the last few years. The more fidelity you get in those stuff, they've been able to notice that, and they've made some big changes on some of those, and they're unbelievable the way they sound.
Well, that's always been a problem between me and any keyboard player I play with. There are certain notes that just do not match up because of the way that modern guitars are designed. They just don't match. I mean, you play close and you can cheat a little here and there, but they are not intonationally sound with a keyboard. And with these wiggly frets, now they are.
Yep.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense, because you always had the adjustments on the bridge before, slightly longer and shorter to make up for those little problems, so yes, it does make sense.
Yeah, the problem is the spacing between the frets on standard frets are not harmonically correct. They're all off just a tiny little bit.
Yeah, a few cents either way, right?
Yep, that's right, a few cents makes it. If you're really wanting a bang-on sound, a few cents can make a big difference.
Yeah, I'll tell you another band that I've been watching lately, John, is he used to play with Slash, Miles Kennedy, but I've been going back to his old band, Alter Bridge. I don't know if you've ever listened to any of that stuff. Ooh, John just dropped on me.
I was listening to Johnny Highland Band last night. Now, Scott would like that stuff.
Johnny Highland?
Yes. He's a country chicken picker, but he likes rock music and jazz and all that stuff too. So he blends a lot of chicken picking guitar, country guitar with jazz and rock. But he's very, very fluid and musical. And it's definitely stuff you can take your foot to, Scott.
There's some Johnny Highland chicken picking, it says here.
Yeah. Yeah, he's done some really, really cool stuff. I'm not a big country fan, but I could listen to his country playing all night long.
Yeah, me either, but yeah, some is really good.
Yeah. Yeah, if it's done right.
I had to pick the one where he was just giving instruction. Let's try another one.
Yeah, there's one there that, oh gosh, it's a concert that he does in 2007, I think. I can't remember what the name of it is, but that was really worth watching. NU920.
N8SDR. Hold on, John, and Scott, I'm sending you a link to this as well. But John, check out this cover of Miles Kennedy by himself, where he does a cover of one of the older Elton John songs. I mean, this guy's vocals are just phenomenal.
Okay. Hey, Scott, the one to find is the one that says Johnny Highland Band Throwback Thursday from the MI Vault. 11608.
Got it.
Yeah, that's the he opens up with some really cool distortion Boy, he's just amazing. I mean, he mimics Eddie Van Halen, Joe Satriani. There's a bunch of guys he emulates, but he's just flawless.
Boy needs a diet, however.
Yeah, he's got a physical impairment too. He's legally blind.
I like watch guys like that. They're lightning fast, but they're not dancing around and making faces. He just kind of swaying, just fingers flying. Pretty good.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. CAD.
Alrighty. And if you like this guy, John, check out his band, the Alter Bridge, where they do a song called Blackbird. That's probably one of their best songs. But he's the guitar playing in that with the band is really, really good. Mark, Mark Trecciamone? I think I'm pronouncing his name correct. I know you've heard of him before. Was the guitarist with them in Alter Bridge.
Okay, I haven't got your link yet.
Really?
No.
I just replied to the one you sent me.
Yeah, I just got it. It just came in. Okay.
I mean, this is all just, him and acoustic with him playing, but I just thought you'd... I mean, he's a good guitarist in this scenario, but his vocals are what I thought you would enjoy more than anything.
Oh, he's got a nice high tenor voice, doesn't he?
He's got an octave range that, I mean, is unbelievable. He can sing very low and he can sing very high. I mean, I can't remember where I think his... I can't remember where they said his vocal range lied, but it's very, very broad.
I've seen this guy somewhere before.
Yeah, he plays with Alter Bridge, which is the old band, and he's the singer in Slash's new band. He's the front man for Slash's band. Can't remember. I think it's just called Slash now, isn't it?
Okay. Yeah, that's probably where I saw him. That makes sense. Hey, I gotta grab me some coffee here. I'm dry. I'll be back any minute.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'll wait for Scott to get back so he doesn't think the band just dropped.
Sounds like someone else is gonna join us here too.
Zoobity dibbity zippity doo.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a coffee too, but I thought I'd try to touch stuff up. Yeah, it seems like I don't know what's going on with my antenna, but probably the snow and stuff out there is causing some issues. But it looks good now. Anyways, good morning, Rick and John, and did I hear Scott? I think in there, and I don't know if I heard Dave or not. But anyways, I'm gonna run for a coffee. I'll be back in 8 hours.
Yeah, Dave left a while ago. As they say, Dave's not here, man.
And I'm back. Did I hear Jeff?
Yeah, Jeff's in there. He went to go get some coffee. John went to go grab a cup, and I thought I'd wait till you got back before I filled mine, so you didn't think that we all just kind of left you. So I will be back in a few minutes.
Yeah, that's what I did. Drain the vein and grab more coffee.
All right, I'll catch you here in just a couple minutes. N8 SDR.
And if anybody's listening, I'll make a quick phone call, and I'll be right back. KCAD.
Here we go.
And welcome back. Somebody tune it up. Doing great, Jeff.
Alrighty. Hey, what's new and exciting? Got a cold?
Yeah, I've had this thing. My voice is total crap.
Mine's going to do that too. I don't know, I've been fighting something for over a week now, and next week I'm going up to that snowdrift rally, so almost every year before that rally event, I end up getting something like that. Usually my voice will be good through that event. When I come back, man, it's I'll stinko for, it can be up to a month before it goes away.
Yeah, I've had this thing for just about a month and just felt like crap for a while, so I hope I'm digging out of it.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I can't believe how it drags everything down here. The only time I feel good is when I push through it and do my exercises, which aren't so elaborate, but sometimes I get on a treadmill, and walk for 2 miles, and that it gets the cardio up, and anything that gets my cardio going seems to be Well, what do we got going on here? -3 degrees, it says my temperature is, so that's a pretty big change, and probably the coldest I've seen it this season so far.
Yeah, we're 10 degrees down here, so compared to you, it's a tropical heat wave.
Yeah, how about you, Rick? Thought I heard Rick in there. Who else? There's somebody else there in there talking with you. Couldn't quite make them out.
I think that was Tyler.
Hey, Tyler, what's your temperature?
I don't know.
Get a cup of coffee.
It's cold, I'll tell you that, because I opened the door and it's really cold out.
Yeah, I know ours was forecast to get really cold, and I've got a geothermal heating system, and if I don't trick it over, it'll switch over to to propane, which is like seeing dollar signs go out the window. So I made a little switch box so I can trick the thermostat, the geothermal unit, to think it's always 21 degrees. And I did that last night. It's a good thing I did, because otherwise we'd be on propane now for sure.
Why? What happened? Did you lose power?
No, it just when it gets the thing is hard programmed. You can't go in and modify it. If it gets below 5 degrees outside, it just automatically switches away from geotherm to propane for my furnace heating, right? And propane is so expensive, it's like crazy. And the guy, when he put my geothermal system in, he oversized it way too much, which is another problem. But I was too ignorant to know he was doing that at the time, and so I didn't say anything. But it's got plenty of headroom, and it has absolutely no problem running when it's like now, -3. It's not having any trouble keeping the house at a whopping 64 degrees.
You need to talk to Hank Hill and get your propane from him.
I got to do something different, maybe. Well, I don't. I got the geothermal, so I don't worry about it.
Good morning, Tyler. Been talking with your buddy Larry here the last few weeks. Been looking for you.
Yeah, well, he was operating in the wrong part of the band, so he needs to get an extra, and then that won't be a problem.
Yeah, he's working on it.
and all that fun stuff. So, anyway, you guys are coming in okay here, and good coffee and people in sausage mode.
Yeah, good deal. Yeah, I was on the phone with Larry last night. We were talking because the bands took a dump on us. I was on the phone with him, I think, until about 1:30 or so, and he had to take off and go on a run. And he called me early this morning when he got back in, and we tried 40 and 75, and it didn't work. I think he's supposed to send me a message around 9 o'clock or so. We were going to try back up on 40. So if that happens, I'll shoot you a text if you want to jump in there.
Yeah, I'll be on 40, but not that high, so, and we'll lose the band pretty quick, so, I don't know, but, anyway, it's all good, so, I got clear signal off, you guys probably can't even see that I have it off at the moment, but, yeah.
Well, good deal.
Yeah, why'd you turn it off?
Just so I could hear my audio, because I wanted to hear how good the audio was without the sources after into it. I wish they wouldn't do that, but unfortunately, when you engage clear signal, the algorithm or the amount of correction that's added into the signal is ultimately heard in the monitor, and it's really crusty.
Yeah, you don't want to do it yourself.
Ah, well, that's interesting. I was just wondering yesterday why that was doing it, and I noticed the narrower my bandwidth, transmit bandwidth, the worse it is. And I thought that I was searching to see why what were they going to do to fix it, but that makes sense. What how you described it. Huh. Hey, John, what's up?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. And you?
You just took Tyler out bad.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's a little teeny bit of RF on your audio, too. You knew that, right?
Mine?
Yeah, it was there yesterday, too.
You know what? I was wondering if that was on the actual transmitted audio, if it was just something I was hearing on the monitor. I was asking Rich about that this morning. He thought it sounded fine.
Yeah, probably something with your antenna is what I figured. I figured you probably heard it somewhere, but I was wondering if I was getting a little bit in there too. But when it's like Tyler was describing that distortion we hear on our monitors. That's what I think mine was.
Yeah, well, thanks for pointing that out, because I thought there was something wrong. I have to look into it.
I don't hear anything, John.
Really?
No. Are you hearing something in the monitor?
Yeah, it sounds like I have some RF buzzing going on in my monitor circuit. And I thought maybe I was transmitting it, but Rich didn't see it. He thought it sounded fine. So I don't know. But now Jeff says he hears it.
You and Tyler double there, John.
Just every so often it'll be there, and it's not a huge amount, but I can definitely hear it in there.
Wonder what changed.
Yeah, sorry, John. I wasn't hearing it here, but I mean, obviously, you're a lot stronger with Jeff than you were with Scott and I.
Go ahead, Tyler. Go ahead. Cheers. What was you asking me, Tyler?
Do you have the chassis ground engaged between the DSP-100 chassis and the 850 chassis?
Absolutely.
Because without that, all bets are off.
That's right. No, there's that big ground there, Tyler. I checked it.
Okay, well, the other thing I got to do with my 850, John, is, of course, I reflowed all those connectors, all those STEM connectors on both the DSP-100 and the 850 and the RCA jacks, because they were all suspected in the ground.
That's probably what I need to do is unplug all those and replug them in.
Oh, well, yeah, he's getting old. I would suggest reflowing them.
Well, I did that not long ago. In fact, it wasn't more than a year and a half ago.
I cranked up the AGC and listened for RF on there, and I couldn't hear any of it. I hear a little 60-cycle hum in there, but that's all I could really hear.
That's just my room fans going here.
Okay, yeah, that's the only thing I could hear.
You guys hearing any of that fuzziness on the S's?
I'm not really hearing it on the S's, and it could be just maybe it sounds just like a very slight amount of distortion, but I just assumed it was the RF getting on the audio, but I'm definitely hearing it every so often.
You know what? It's pop, man. It's pop. Oh, listen to that. Listen to all that clapping.
Yeah.
I bet it's a duty pop. Listen to all that garbage.
Or the level switching.
Okay. Is that any better?
I have to talk a little bit.
Okay, let me see here. Testing 1, 2.
That's right there.
Testing 1, 2. Check, check, check. Test. She sells seashells by the seashore.
Now I'm hearing it. A little bit of like a raspy distortion. Not RF. It's like, yeah, dirty pot or something like that. Just like you know, when you slightly tickle a transistor, clip it just tiny bit, it kind of sounds like that.
Right.
Yeah, I sound like shit. Sorry.
Well, hey, I'm losing propagation here with you guys, so good morning to you, and I will maybe catch you guys through the week here at some point, maybe in the evening. Take care. Have a good day, Tyler. Good to hear you. I'm gonna pop up the 40 meters here in a little bit. Band should be a little bit better up there, so have a good one. N8 SDR.
See you, Rickster.
I see you, Rick. Have a good one.
Yeah. Hey, John. If you get a chance to watch that, shoot me an email and let me know what you think about him.
Drop it back down.